Hello and welcome to these Battlegrounds. I'm Bobby B, and today we'll be looking at the Valaverse Action Force ZoloCon exclusive Steel Brigade. Now, this was available through the convention this past weekend. It was in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, Eastern PA, just outside of Philadelphia. Looked like a ton of people went. Looked like everyone had fun. I missed out. I was at the Arnold instead in Columbus. I went the opposite direction, but a buddy hooked me up with the Steel Brigade figure, so you know who you are. Shout out to you. Anyways, diving into the figure itself and everything we got here, let's take a look. So, we got our Action Force blind box. Just says Action Force on it, nothing too crazy or out of the way. There is a 1 in 100 steel gold head for the Steel Brigade as a Steel Brigade commander. That'll be the third version of that, and we got the other two here to talk about. But we got this guy. He's an update with the Series 5 gear, plus some new stuff we haven't seen quite yet, so let's dive in. Starting off the packaging, we got our retro-inspired Action Force look. It's going to be on the blister card, and this is the third or fourth time we're seeing this. We saw it with the Sergeant Slammer exclusive. I'm trying to move this back without taking out all my stuff here, fit everything on the screen. I'll have to post a pic in the community section of my page. We got Sergeant Slammer already, and then we also had the Desert Rat for Series 2, the standard release. Sergeant Slammer was an exclusive, ZoloCon's exclusive, Desert Rat was standard release, and mine got a little beat up, but it is what it is. And then we also have the, I think it was the Joe Fest exclusive Stan Solo retro Desert Rat, which is more fitting for this. So that came in like a blind box, or one of the mystery boxes. But taking a look at this, checking out the back, we got a nice cross-sell. I mean, it is what it is. You got the Vanguard, mail away Pandora, telling you to clip and collect your points. He's an exclusive, so he is going to be worth 3 points. Here's your combat profile. If you want to pause it, read it. Learn all about the Steel Brigade. Oh, some updated artwork, which looks pretty nice. So that's the packaging. Inside, we get our usual stuff for the most part. We get some extra stuff. We get some fun stuff. We got our stand. It's in that rocky ground meh stand. It's got the slit for the combat profile. It's got 6 pegs, Action Force logo in the center of it. You get a new backpack. And we got a nice little Steel Brigade logo on it. We got some silver carabiners on the left and right. A lot of texture, a lot of pouches. It doesn't open traditionally, but the back does come out like the other Action Force backpacks. I'm trying to think of who the last person with the backpack was. Series 4, and then before that, I think there was like a break between SDS. I don't know, did Series 3 come with any backpacks? But clips in like so you can keep some stuff in there, some storage. We got our gray quad nods with blue lenses, which we'll look at when we look at the figure's head. Getting into weapons, we got this AR, green paint for the upper receiver, black for the lower. We got some paint bleed over there, huh? Black for the lower receiver. Looks like we got a master key on the front of this, but that does not spin. But you'd put your shotgun shells in there and blast away. New honeycomb mag. I was talking to someone who's like, hey, this would be good for the swarm, so I'm kind of surprised they're not used for the swarm. That fits in like so. And then you got your double ports for blast effects. We got this AR right here. Nice new handle on the front. Looks like we got the supported integral internal. What's the word I'm looking for? Suppressed barrel. Definitely dampen the sound a little bit. Or it might not. Trying to think of what I have. A Springfield Saint, and it has a similar port. That thing is loud, but it's also really tiny. Short barrel. Same thing. Honeycomb mag drops out. You got that green paint. You got the porthole for blast effects. Sliding that back. On the figure, we got a couple different weapons. We got this knife. Black blade, gray handle. Get that light in here. We got our I'll come back to the grenades. I have to get the old tweezers out. We got an updated Maxim. Ugh. I don't know why. I don't know why. Again, fun weapon on paper would be cool for a specific character, but to give it to all the troops. And the amount of use for it, eh. I was just talking about that classified weapon with that trench viper the other day. And that thing, that's what this reminds me of. Got the red dot on the front. Looks like we got a nice little Picatinny rail on the front, so you can put a flashlight, laser, whatever you want on it. Porthole for blast effects, and that fits in the giant holster on his leg for the giant pistol. And it does kind of rot out a little bit. Oh, we got the longer mag, too. It does kind of stick out a little bit. So, bit much, but it is what it is. We got some more mags on the legs, those honeycomb mags still. Feels like they would have been perfect for the swarm. I think my buddy was right. And then, of course, we got the grenades. Let me grab the old tweezers out, try to get these out. And they are the same ones we've been seeing. You can use them for smoke, you use them for high explosive, you can use them for whatever you want them to be. They're toys. Tucking that back in. Diving into the figure himself here, even though we already were. We got that nice vac metal head, which we just saw with Retro Cobra Commander recently as a mainline release. Now we got the vac metal Steel Brigade head, and we got a nice little polish on the blue eye paint, so it looks good. Definitely stands out if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail on your shelf, but it's kind of what an exclusive should be. New for this head though, get that focus. We got the mount for the nods. If I can get this in here. Try off camera so I can see it better. They peg in like so. They flip down. Still got your blue. Why does this look crooked? Have to work them a little bit. Got to get them lined up. Flip them up. Moving on down the figure, we have some pauldrons, which is crazy because we keep seeing those in we saw them in Classified, we saw them in Monster Force, and now we're seeing them here. So very interesting that they made it their way into the Action Force realm, if you would. But they got a nice little Steel Brigade logo patched on them. So, and I know that if it would have been the other way around, if Action Force would have had the pauldrons and then all these other lines came out, it would have been, oh, everyone's copying Action Force. But nobody's going to say it for this. Like, you guys just let it go, just kind of brush it off. It is what it is, though. We have a different vest, which we haven't seen yet for Action Force. And which I'm very happy for, because I was worried they were going to use the Senshi vest, which I think looks atrocious. The pec plates look too small. It just looks off. It looks goofy to me. But this looks pretty nice. This looks awesome. So, and then obviously, we're going to see these ammo pouches here instead of grenades and stuff like that. A little mix and match. Got our med pack in the front, which is something we haven't really seen yet. Nice little bit of red paint there. We got our Action Force logo on there, of course. Ooh, stiff boy. Get this arm up. Is just the pauldron getting in the way? Might get these arms up. We got our nice molly going across and then into the back. And then obviously you could take the vest off, pop it apart. We got this belt and lower harness piece. Got a big old pouch on the back of the belt. Harness piece goes down to the legs. I'm not sure. I feel like we have seen this before, but I'm not entirely sure. I kind of gave everybody a once-over. I know we got the Sidewinder legs and boots. We got our Rocky boots still. And it looks like Reaper or Senshi upper, so that's piecing your figure together. Moving down, we got our mag pouches on our legs. 2 mags there. We got our drop-down holster, which is separate. They're both separate from this leg gear webbing, so they're 2 separate pieces. We got our blue BDUs, our gray knee pads, and we got our Rocky boots. Double jointed pinless knees, double jointed pinless elbows. You guys know the deal. We're still with that shin cut, which again, it lines up with the Series 1 stuff, but you can't be putting Series 5 stuff. I don't pop the boots anyways. It's a huge pain to me. I just haven't figured out a way to do it easily or smoothly. But there's your boots. Sliding him back. We got our SDS Steel Brigade. We got our Series 1 with the heavy weapons kit. We got our Series 3. We got our Arctic. Oop. Nobody wants to stand all of a sudden. Everyone's standing off to the side. Now I'm moving everybody around. Nobody wants to stand. We got our Night Ops. We got our Desert. We got our breast cancer charity figure. Who's taking everybody out. She wants to be in the front. So that makes what? 8? The 8th Steel Brigade figure? Try to get everyone to stand here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, there you have it. 8 Steel Brigades since Series 1. We got our SDS reissue. Definitely hope we see this guy again, or at least this setup, maybe without the vac metal as a standard release down the line. I could see it happening. I don't know why it wouldn't happen. Definitely glad that they went with this plate instead of the Senshi plates, because those were just wild. And then, of course, if you want to put a Steel Brigade head on this that's not vac metal, because that is very eye-catching for your display, you can. There he is with the Kickstarter helmet. And that blue looks pretty solid. I'll grab the other blue, so it all matches up as far as blues go, so that's pretty solid on that end. I might actually display them like this. Or if you want to put a regular Steel Brigade head on there. Hell, even if you got the battle damage one, you picked one of these, you'd be good to go. So there you have it. Your Action Force, your Valaverse Action Force ZoloCon exclusive Steel Brigade. You guys pick them up, skip out on them. Not your thing, you don't care for the vac metal, you do like the vac metal. Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, load up, grab your kits. See you on the battlegrounds.